Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Novella. Today is Sunday, that means coffee clutch. Coffee clutch is a Belgian word, well, a Flemish, Dutch, German word. That just means I invite you over for coffee and some chit chat about books. I needed that one. I've been sitting all day outside in the garden. It was the first sunny day of the year. Well, the first complete sunny day of the year that you were able to sit outside without a coat on. So, it felt so good. It felt so good. There are 4 books that I want to talk about. The Horse of Selene by Juanita Casey. And then I also have Cavan, A Scarcity of Love. Cynan Jones. The original title was Everything I Found on the Beach. And The Mistress Daughter by A.M. Holmes. So A.M. Holmes, this was my first book by A.M. Holmes, and this is actually non-fiction because A.M. Holmes was adopted when she was a child, and when she was 31 she got news from her biological mom that she wanted to meet her, and then the father. And yeah, it became messy. The mother was a bit of a stalker, and A.M. Holmes wasn't really looking for her biological parents because she was perfectly happy in the family that she grew up in. And especially her mom, her biological mom, she really treated A.M. Holmes as a sort of 4-year-old. Yeah, I can imagine if you have to give up a child, a baby, in your mind, it's possible that it doesn't grow, that it doesn't develop, that even though it was 30 years ago, that in your mind it's still a baby. It's possible. But it's annoying for the person, for the daughter. So yeah, it was moving in a way, but also very distant. She really wasn't that interested in her parents, and then there was a lawsuit with her biological father. It was interesting to read. I really want to read more by A.M. Holmes, and I definitely will. Now, this one is a first. So, Cynan Jones, who wrote Everything I Found on the Beach, was asked if they could translate this book into Dutch, and he took the opportunity to rewrite the book for the Dutch market. So apparently 10 years ago, when he initially wrote the book, they asked him to change a couple of things in the book, and that never sat well with him. He also didn't think it was, well, it wasn't what he wanted to do, and he couldn't let it go. And now when he was asked if they could translate the book into Dutch, he took the opportunity to partly rewrite and make it shorter, the book. And the result is that it is truly, truly an amazing book. So this is the story of a man who lives by the seaside, and he has, I believe, a woman and child, and yeah, a little boy, I believe. And yeah, he goes fishing every day. He is also a bit of a poacher, and yeah, sometimes he finds things on the beach that he sells. But at a certain point he finds a body, and on that body there's drugs attached. And that's where it goes all wrong. This is an amazingly well-written book. Beautiful prose, beautiful descriptions of nature, of how he gets a fish, and yeah, I was mind blown. It really sucks you in, and I highly, highly recommend it. I hope they will take the new version over in English, but I can imagine that even if it's not rewritten, that it remains a very good book. So yeah, Everything I Found on the Beach by Cynan Jones. 5-star read for me. Then The Horse of Selene by Juanita Casey. This book was written in 1971 and is republished in 21. Let me see, 22. And yeah, it's the story of a farmer who lives alone and in Ireland, I believe, and from a distance he sees a woman with long white hair and he is fascinated by her. And he turns out he meets her and she is a traveler. And yeah, with them, he is fascinated by traveling life, and in a way he is adopted by the traveling community. That's what the story is about. This is very autofiction. So she was a traveler, or she was from a traveling community. She was very good with horses, and yeah, it is beautifully written. The prose is stunning, but it didn't catch me as much as the next book. It didn't grab me as much. But I will give you a small taste. Down in the tents and in the caravans, alarm clocks resounded with habit, aggravating everyone and frightening the tar-faced sheep, which fled up the dunes, scattering pebbles and pellets in crossfire panic. The one-trousered goat amongst them, put there vaguely for fertility and protection, grinned to the sky, unperturbed, and scratched the root of his pointed tail with one expert horn. So it's very beautiful prose, that's for sure. And I think a lot of people will absolutely love this book. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I didn't really grasp everything, but that's because of a language barrier, I think. So yeah, that's The Horse of Selene by Juanita Casey. And then I started this book today, Cavan, Scarcity of Love. I love this book. I've not yet finished it, but it's amazing. Ooh, so good. So good. So it's very hypnotic in a way, and very, you know, it's like when you watch those movies from the 50s and it's set in Cairo or something. There's always a guy sitting on the floor playing a flute with a dancing snake. Well, I'm just as mesmerized as the snake when I read this book. So it's about, it's mainly about a woman who is very in love with herself, an extreme narcissist, and she uses people. And she has a baby, and that baby isn't well taken care of. And yeah, her first husband, just after the baby is born, commits suicide, and then all things fall apart. But she is not really aware of it because she is so self-absorbed. This is I'm flabbergasted by this book. I've also read Ice by Cavan, and to me this is far better, far better. For me this will be a 5-star read. So yeah, that's, yeah, I'm so happy that I've started reading this book. I'm about 123 pages in, and there are 200, so way over half. So yeah, that's it. I have, yeah, I have also bought new shelving for my books because it was getting a bit out of hand. My desk was full of books, and then I had books in my living room and a bit everywhere. And I didn't like that very much, so I thought, let's buy myself some new shelving so I have more extra space for whatever comes my way. So I put them randomly on the shelves, and turns out that it's almost full already. So maybe another shelf. But anyway, who cares? That's a luxury problems. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a very good week. We don't have to work tomorrow because it's our national holiday. It's the 1st of May, and that's the day that's our Labor Day, so we don't have to work. And then yeah, that's it. I see you back on Wednesday. Talk to you later, and see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.